Hello and welcome to learnproenglish.com. If you have an account, then you can access all the lessons like listening lessons, grammar lessons, reading. Okay, but in today's exercise, we are going to complete a grammar lesson. Okay, and we are going to done this preposition exercise number 2. But before doing this exercise, we need to understand the common prepositions like in, on, into, at. Okay, so let's move to the understanding. First, let's understand, then we will do the exercise. So, Learn Pro English, if you want to speak fluently, then visit learnproenglish.com and sign up for our program. First preposition that we are going to cover in this is in, and we are going to learn 5 rules for each preposition. Like for in, we are going to learn 5 rules with examples. For on, the same 5 rules. Okay, let's start with in. So first rule is use in for something inside an enclosed space. So if something is inside an enclosed space, you will use in before that. My phone is in my bag, because bag is an enclosed space. The children are in the same class. Where children are in the same in the classroom, and classroom is an enclosed space. The milk is in the fridge. Your keys are in the drawer. She is waiting in the car. So car, drawer, fridge, classroom, my bag, these all are enclosed spaces, like the bag, the classroom, fridge, drawer. So remember this, every time you find a enclosed space, use in as preposition. Rule number 2, use in with months, years, centuries, and seasons. My birthday is in July. Month. She was born in 2015. Year. The castle was built in the 15th century. Right? Century. Flowers bloom in spring season. They moved in here in December. December month. Rule number 3. Use in for parts of the day and longer period of time. Examples: I exercise in the morning. She studies in the evening. Morning, evening, part of the day. The city changed greatly in the past. Technology may improve in the future. Many factories opened in the 19th century. So past, future, 19th century, a period of time, right? So for the part of the day, longer period, centuries, future, past, you will be using in. Rule number 4, used in with cities, countries, and large areas. Examples: they live in Canada. She works in London city. It rarely rains in the desert. Okay, a desert, a geographical location. Many animals live in the rainforest. Rainforest, a jungle. Last one was Mount Everest is in Asia. Okay, so Asia, the geographical area, location. Rainforest, desert, these are also geographical locations. Rule number 5, common expression. Use in many common and fixed English expressions, right? We are in a hurry. He is in trouble. She is in a good mood. The students stood in a line. Please write your answer in English. So these are common expressions, or you can say fixed expression. Like in a hurry, we always use in a hurry. In trouble, in good mood, in a line, in English, right? So hopefully you understand and practice this with your exercises. Now let's move to the next preposition, which is into. Rule number 1, movement from outside to inside. We use into. The cat ran into the house. So cat was outside, and when she coming into the house, we were gonna say ran into the house. The children rush into their room from anywhere or outside. Children rush into the room or from one location to another location. A bird flew into the kitchen. The dog jumped into the car, right? The dog was outside, but he instantly jumped and went into the car. Bird flew, bird came from the outside into the kitchen. Cold air came into the house. So air mostly come outside. So something for the movement from outside to inside, if we use into preposition. Rule number 2, entering a place. Use into when a person or things enter a house. This is something kind of this thing, but when you are entering a place, she walks into the classroom. He stepped into the office. We went into the museum. The nurse came into the room. They hurried into the building. These are all places where someone is entering: classroom, office, museum, room, building. So you and I both will need to use this into when entering a place, either a person or thing. Rule number 3, putting something inside. When you are putting something inside a container or a space, we use into. Pour the juice into the glass. Put the books into the box. She placed the coins into her purse. He dropped the letter into the mailbox. Add the sugar into the bowl. So these are things: adding sugar, letter into the mailbox. When you are putting something inside of another thing, purse, box, glass. When you are adding something, putting something, then you can use into. Rule number 4, change or transformation. Use into to show that something changed form or condition. Water turns into ice. So water turns into ice, changing its position. The caterpillar changed into a butterfly. The discussion developed into an argument. So that was a normal discussion, then it became an argument. So the discussion developed into an argument. They turned the old house into a hotel. The small business grew into a large company, right? So when we talk about the transformation, changing one state to another, we will use preposition into. Rule number 5, direction toward the inside. Use into for movement directed towards an inner area. Examples: he threw the ball into the basket. She jumped into the pool. The car turned into the driveway. The river flows into the sea. He kicked the ball into the goal, right? So here all you have noticed like direction. Threw the ball into the basket, like putting something into something, jump into the pool. So it's also showing the direction where she jumped into the pool, where car turned into the driveway. A river, where the river flows into the sea, right? Where he kicked the ball towards the goal or into the goal, right? Now, preposition on. First rule, surface. Use on when something touches or rests on a surface. Example: the laptop is on the desk. The picture is on the wall. Your coat is on the chair. There is some water on the floor. She placed the plate on the table. So here we are. When You can think all of these are places where you can put something, right? So is on the desk, on the wall, on the chair, on the floor, on the table, on the sofa, okay, on the carpet, something like this. When you are going to put something on the surface, uh, then you can use on. Next rule are days and dates. We use on with days and dates, right? Example, our exam is on Friday. The meeting is on Monday morning. She was born on 12th June. We will visit them on New Year's Day. The shop closes early on Sunday. So these are dates and days. Friday is a day, Monday, day, 12 June, date, New Year Day, Sunday, right? Date and day. Remember this. Rule number 3, streets and floors. Use on with street names and floors of building. She lives on King Street. The bank is on Main Road. Our office is on the second floor. The restaurant is on Green Avenue. They live on the top floor. So these all are street and floors. Floor, sometimes confusing for the people. Remember this, I think you will remember the street names, but second floor, third floor, fifth floor, top floor, right? So for this, you and I will use on. Rule number 4, use on with buses, trains, planes, and ships or public transport. Simply, we can say there is a public transport. These are use cases like buses is a kind of public transport, train, planes, ships. Examples, we travel on the train. She left her bag on the bus. He slept on the plane. There were many tourists on the ship. I met an old friend on the subway. So these are on the places where public transport, right, runs. Train, bus, plane, ship, or the subway. Next rule on. TV, radio, and the internet. Use on with television, radio, phones, internet. Examples, I watch the match on TV. We heard the news on the radio. She found the information on the internet. He is talking on the phone. The lesson is available on our website. So TV, radio, internet, phones, we use on. Okay. Now, preposition at. First rule, use at for a specific place or point. I will meet you at the entrance. Where? A specific place, entrance. She is waiting at the bus stop. Bus stop, a place. At the door, place or specific point. A specific point. We met at the station, a place. Someone is waiting at the gate, right? These are all places or points. Preposition at is also used for the exact times. The movie starts at 7:30 p.m. I wake up at 6 o'clock. The train arrives at noon. Exact time. We usually eat dinner at night. The shop closes at midnight. So don't be confused with this. Like it's exact times. We read a rule about the part of the day as well, like morning, evening, right? But here we are just exact time, noon, midnight. These are exact times, right? So I hope you understand this. Use at with full address and exact locations. She lives at 45 Green Road. The office is at 12 Park Street. Meet me at the main entrance. He works at the city hospital. The taxi stop at the corner. So these are like exact addresses or locations. Location, right? Entrance, hospital, corner. Rule number 4, events and activities. Use at when talking about events and organized activity. We met at the conference. She danced at the wedding. I saw him at the concert. They spoke at the meeting. Many students participated at the workshop. So events and activities, conference, wedding, concert, meeting, workshop, like events and activities, right? I hope you remember this. Rule number 5, common expressions. Use at common expression and fixed expression. She is good at mathematics. So remember, use for mathematics, use at mathematics. He smiled at me. They arrive at last. Please do not shout at the children. We are at risk of losing time. Okay, that might be confusing, but these are a couple of many expressions you will find that where we use at mathematics. He smiled at me. Arrive at last. At the children, right? Or we are asked, we are at risk of losing time. So these are the expressions. Okay, so let's do the exercise. My keys are in my pocket. So is my pocket is an enclosed space. You can see use in because the keys are inside an enclosed space. The pocket is actually the enclosed space. The meeting will take place dash Monday. So Monday is a other day, so we will use on Monday, right? On for with days of the week such as Monday. The lesson starts, this is exact time, that's why we use at over here. So at is used for the exact clock time. The cat jump dash the box into the box because from outside is coming inside the box. So that's why we are going to use into over here. She was born dash 2012. So for year, I remember we use in with year. There is a beautiful painting dash the wall. So on the wall, painting is on the wall, on the use for if something is attached to the surface, right? We took the example, something is attached to the surface. So for that we can use on. We waited for him dash the bus stop. We waited him at the bus stop because we have a specific point, right? We lastly read this rule. Pour the milk dash the cup, because pour the milk into, because from when we pour the things we use into. Milk move from one container to another inside of another container. That's why reason. They live in Australia. Correct, because in is used for the countries. 10. I heard the news radio. For TV, radio, we learned that we use on television or the internet. She studies English dash the evening, in the evening, because part of the day. Evening is a part of the day. The children are waiting dash the entrance. Exact point or specific point we use at. He walked dash the classroom. He walked into the classroom because from outside he is coming inside into. We traveled to Lahore dash the train, right? So for that one we will use on the train. A public transport, I remember, train, bus, we use public on. The shop closes dash. So the shop closes at midnight. right? The exact expression midnight, noon. Okay, water changing is a rule for transformation into ice. So into is used for transformation. My family usually travel dash summer, right? So family usually travels in summer season. The office is dash on the floor. For the floors, we use on floors for the building, we use on. She lives dash 25 Green Road, right? So she lives at the 25 Green Road, the exact address. 22. The dog ran into the garden from outside to inside. Okay, there are many stars in the sky up here in large area. We use sky over here. Then I watched the documentary on TV because it's TV, television, phone, internet we use on. We met some old friends at the wedding. At when referring to an event such as wedding, then we use put the vegetables into outside to inside. The children play outside uh, in the afternoon. We use in over here. Okay. He left his mobile phone on the plane, right? Public transport we use on, right? Then the small village grew into a larger city. Transformation. Please arrive at the station before noon. So at because the station is used. So I hope you understand and you can practice this exercise. I will share the link. I hope you have learned something and we should be good on this one. Okay, thanks for watching this lesson. Bye.